Computers are an integral part of today's society. It's virtually impossible to get through the day without using some type of computer in either your personal or your professional activities. A desktop computer is a specific type of computer that generally sits in one place, as opposed to a laptop or tablet, both of which are portable. Both hardware and software make up a desktop computer system to enable you to use it for business or entertainment. The chassis. It is also known as the case of a computer. It is the cabinet that houses the computer itself. Sometimes, computer cases are horizontal to enable the user to fit them on a shelf more easily. However, vertical towers are the typical configurations for most desktops. It is usually made out of metal and plastic. The motherboard is the primary circuit board of a computer. It is also called as the main board. The motherboard supplies power to the central processing unit or the CPU and every other hardware component installed on a computer. Through the motherboard, these components work together to perform processes. The processor of a computer is often called as the CPU, or the central processing unit. Think of the processor as the brain of the unit, and this is the internal part of the computer that is responsible for computing and calculating information. The processor may be an integral part of the computer, but it is quite small in size. The CPU fits snugly into its corresponding socket on the motherboard. The RAM. RAM is an acronym that stands for Random Access Memory. RAM enables a computer to execute processes. Therefore, the more RAM a computer has, the more processes it can complete at one time and the faster it can complete them. The hard drive of a computer is the place where the system stores all programs installed on the computer and all data entered into it. To use software, you must install it on the computer's hard drive. Once it's there, the hard drive will retrieve all information needed to run the program. Hard drives vary in capacity and the speed at which they retrieve information. The monitor consists of a screen that makes it possible to see data or programs being executed on a computer. The resolution of a monitor refers to the clarity and sharpness of the images it displays. Some of the newer monitors even have touchscreen technology, enabling the user to touch the screen to make selections. A mouse is a handheld device that enables the user to move the cursor around the computer screen. By moving the mouse on the flat surface, the pointer on the screen can be moved. A mouse may have two or more buttons, which you use to select and activate options on the computer screen. The keyboard are plugs into the desktop computer. Entering text into the computer is primarily achieved with the keyboard. The keyboard also contains special functions keys that execute specific commands. Examples of function keys include the escape key and the print key.